This presentation analyzes the responses of participants at the Transportation Assets and Barriers Workshop held in Stuart on February 24th, and a random sample survey sent to Stuart residents. The information in the following slides aims to inform the Stuart Visioning Committee and design team during the design process. We conducted community focus groups and sent a random sample survey to 250 Stuart households. The quantitative data collected from the survey responses complement the qualitative information gathered at the focus groups. Different transportation users have different needs and priorities. Older adults want access to local services. Active recreationists want to be challenged while engaging in physical activity. Parents are concerned for the safety of their children. Individuals with mobility challenges want smooth surfaces and safe traffic crossings. Youth want complete sidewalks and safe traffic crossings. We conducted focus groups with people from 4 of these different demographics to better understand the transportation system in Stuart. Residents travel around Stuart by walking and driving. Older adults and active recreationists bike around town. Actives also enjoy riding UTVs and four-wheelers. Individuals with mobility challenges use the Southwest Transit Shuttle Service to get to and from work. Focus group participants were asked what they consider community assets. Accessible, safe places to walk, especially the safe route to school, are important to residents. The wide and smooth sidewalks on the north side of Northeast 2nd Street give a safe connection between the elementary and high schools that is widely valued. People praised the downtown atmosphere and amenities, as well as the wide sidewalks in front of businesses. Residents also like the well-lit areas along Northeast 2nd Street, in the downtown area, and in the North and South Oak Grove cemeteries that create a safe and enjoyable walking experience in those places. The Stuart Sports Complex is popular among residents. Focus group participants appreciate the amenities at the complex, such as the ability to walk and bike on the smooth, wide paths around the fields. Parents and active recreationists are enthusiastic about the youth sports area and how heavily it is used, especially the soccer field. There is interest, however, in planting more trees around the complex to provide shade to visitors. During the focus groups, participants also identified undesirable features in town. All groups are frustrated by broken, uneven, and inconsistent sidewalks throughout town. Heavy traffic, primarily by trucks on Division Street to White Pole Road, was a common grievance among residents, as well as the congestion caused by the many business entrances clustered near the Interstate 80 interchange. Actives, individuals with mobility challenges, and parents spoke about the widespread drainage issues that cause flooding and standing water on the streets. Actives, mobility challenged, and older adults described how winter weather impedes both vehicular and pedestrian traffic. Finally, focus group participants had the opportunity to tell us what changes they want in Stuart. All groups desired a complete sidewalk system that is well maintained and includes ADA accessible pedestrian crossings at intersections. Parents and individuals with mobility challenges talked about wanting controlled pedestrian crossings with stoplights. Actives, older adults, and parents would like to see a continuous trail around town that safely connects the south part of town to destinations north of I-80. In addition to the focus groups, we distributed a random sample survey to 250 households. Understanding what types of improvements are important to residents gives the committee insight on how to prioritize projects. The information summarized here includes respondents' willingness to help, their enhancement priorities, preferred commuting, biking, and walking routes, and qualities they desire on their biking and trail routes. More than 33% of respondents indicated they were willing to help with the visioning process, whether it be volunteering time, money, or both. How do we get people to help? According to an ISU study of small Iowa towns in 2014, a common reason residents said they didn't become involved in community projects was that no one asked them. Others indicated they didn't know how to become involved. These results show that the best way to get people involved in community projects is to simply ask them, along with advertising opportunities through traditional and social media outlets. On a scale of 1 to 5, with 5 being the most important, participants in Stuart ranked providing more accessibility for seniors as the most valuable transportation enhancement. Other enhancements that address pedestrian mobility, safety, and health, such as safer routes to school and better lighting for night use, are also considered important. Regarding the quality of the built environment, survey respondents consider better neighborhood streetscapes as the most beneficial, followed by an enhanced downtown streetscape and habitats for birds and pollinators as the next most important. Most survey respondents drive to important destinations such as the convenience store, post office, school, and church. More than 23% carpool or ride with someone else. More than 23% of participants said they walk, and 5.8% bike to their destinations. This map shows the commuting routes identified by 26 survey respondents. The frequency that the routes are used is depicted by their width, with the routes used most often being the thickest. The primary commuting corridor into and out of Stuart is Interstate 80, with most people heading east. The White Pole Road is another east-west route, and County Road P28 is the main north-south route into town. The most heavily used corridors in town are South Division Street and White Pole Road. On a scale of 1 to 5, with 5 being the most important, survey participants ranked the characteristics and features that factor into their choice of commuting route. Among Stuart participants, time to destination was the most significant factor. Avoiding weather-related issues, such as snow and ice, is the second most important factor when determining commuting routes. This map shows the walking routes identified by 26 survey respondents. The frequency that the routes are used is depicted by their width, with the routes used most often being the thickest. The Stuart Sports Complex is the most popular place to walk among survey respondents. People also walk along city streets. 2nd Street is the most heavily traveled, especially the block between North Division and Gaines Streets. Walkers also use portions of Southwestern, Southwest 3rd, and North Harrison Streets, as well as the streets adjacent to the cemetery and the sports complex. On a scale of 1 to 5, with 5 being the most important, survey participants ranked the characteristics and features that improve their walking experience. These features are categorized as either connections or conditions and elements. Stuart respondents consider conditions and elements as more important determiners of their walking routes. Lighting was the most important factor to walkers, followed by good sidewalks and well-kept surroundings. Other factors, such as shade, low traffic, and trail access, also influence route choices. This map shows the biking routes identified by 8 survey respondents. The frequency that the routes are used is depicted by their width, with the routes used most often being the thickest. People bike on most of the city streets, especially 2nd Street in the downtown area and portions of Division Street. On a scale of 1 to 5, with 5 being the most important, survey participants ranked the characteristics and features that improved their biking experience. These features are categorized as either connections or conditions and elements. Stuart participants consider conditions and elements more important than connections. Access to trails is the most important connection to survey respondents. In terms of conditions and elements, low vehicular traffic was by far the most important factor in deciding bike routes overall, followed by adequate lighting, shade, and traffic control. On a scale of 1 to 5, with 5 being the most important, survey participants ranked the characteristics and features that improved their trail experience. These features are categorized as either connections or conditions and elements. Conditions and elements are more important to Stuart Trail users than connections. Access to the trail from their neighborhood was the most important connection among trail users. In terms of conditions and elements, access to trees and shade is the most influential factor, followed by lighting, well-kept surroundings, and little vehicular traffic. Other aspects, such as seasonal beauty, access to restrooms and water, and places to stop and sit, are also desirable conditions. If you have any questions about this presentation or the community visioning process, contact the members of your local visioning committee or check us out on Instagram, Facebook, or Twitter. A complete set of assessment presentation boards can be found on the Stuart webpage at www.communityvisioning.org/Stuart2024.